Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing awesome. Today we have something very special to share with everybody. Something I was very excited to hear I was getting, and it was something that I have never really owned when I was younger in the mid to late 90s. And this particular item was donated to the channel by Rick. So a special call out to Rick. Thank you so much for doing that and donating it. And here it is. We have a brand new old stock Sound Blaster Live value card in box, sealed with the original wrap on it. Absolutely amazing. And you know, I just sat in awe and looked at the box, remembering back in the day when we received, had these in the store shelves, and you went and, what Sound Blaster or what sound card was I going to buy and things like that. And it was just really exciting to see this in pictures. And he said, "Hey, do you want this?" Something I, kept in the drawer all these years and, just sat there, and here we go. And I said, "Absolutely, I want this." So today, what I figured we would do is get ready for it, break the seal. We're going to open up this box strictly because, I debated whether or not I was going to go ahead and do this, but I think it's best just because the box is starting to crush a bit. One of the things that happens over time is that the shrink wrap that's on these, the factory shrink wrap, starts to really compress the box, and I don't want any damage to the box as it is. I mean, it happens to new boxed or new old stock box software and things like that as well. I have some of those over behind me, and that tends to do the same thing. So today, I think what we'll do is definitely open up the box. This amazing box. One thing that's really awesome about these types of boxes from the era, again, this is from 1998 according to the date stamp on the box. And one of the things that happened is, you go shopping looking for the product, and you take the box and, you read through the box, look at all the different features, all the different applications for the particular item you were looking at, things like that. And it was just really awesome experience. Now you buy a sound card, you buy a sound card, you buy a video card, you buy a video card, albeit, there's still options of video cards, but the box art on this was amazing. So we're going to go ahead and just open this up and do an unboxing video. And I figure what we'll do is take this sound card, pop it in the Pentium 200 MMX custom built computer with the Voodoo 3000 card that we had done a previous video on, and just play some DOS games and do some sound testing and just listen to what the card can do. So let's go ahead and just start opening the box. And I have my trusted scalpel out, ready to go. And I'm just going to make sure we can do this in such a way that we don't damage the box at all. And yeah, just look at that. Just look at it. Here we go. Here comes the experience. We're going ahead and just opening up the shrink wrap after so many years sitting there in a drawer and not doing anything. So thank you, Rick. Hopefully you're watching this and know that you kept it for a good reason after all these years. All right, just cutting through this last little part there. There we go. And we'll do the last one. And I'm cutting along the factory edges just so I'm not creating anything new with the knife. There we go. We'll just peel that back a little bit. And there we are. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull the box out of there. And I'm just going to put the cover back on here because I don't need to cut myself while I'm doing this. So yeah, just there we go. Like I said, I debated quite a bit even doing this. Sorry about the light, guys. It should go away once the cellophane's off there. At least a little more. And there we are. Creative Lab Sound Blaster Live value. Environmental audio, so real, it has to be live. All right, I'm just going to move the cellophane aside for now, or the plastic wrap, and there we are. So let's go ahead and open the box up. So we do have a seal on the bottom, and we have a seal on the top. So I imagine that's where I'm going to open it from. Now, things are moving around in there pretty good. I have another new old stock item. It was actually a burner. And I definitely wanted to go ahead and open that up. And I noticed that the packaging from factory had completely disintegrated just over the years. So I don't know how this was originally packed. I'm definitely just going to go ahead and open it up and just take a look. And just as a side, this is a model SB4670. The model's number is right here. And it comes with extended technical support. So I wonder if they are offering it for this today. Now, I know this is upside down, by the way, on camera. I'm doing this intentionally just to be able to open it up facing us on the camera. So there we go. Just going to go ahead and open that tape. And open the box up here. Just being careful on the edges so we're not going to tear anything. All the way from good old 1998. There we go. All right. Let's see what's in the box. So it does have, looks like it does have the protection there, but clearly that's been floating around there for a little while. So I see that the card is actually outside of its anti-static. But let's go ahead and just continue taking the items out of the box. And we'll take a look here. Sealed software. And our good old card, which has definitely moved around. I'm just going to pull that out here. All right. So you'll see what I mean here in a minute. All right, so, I mean, it's still a brand new card, but we'll go to the card here in a moment. All right, so that's it in the box. And, yeah, just after, since 23, 28, 25 years, we dig into the Sound Blaster Live value. So let's go ahead and just put this aside like this, and we'll continue to dig in and see what comes with it. So, it came with advertising Cambridge Soundworks speakers from Creative Labs. Creative branded, obviously. So Creative has a franchise in audio that's pretty much unbeatable. Love looking at all these old flyers. And just look at that. The first 4-channel speaker system for direct sound 3D games. And it shows the Sound Blaster Live kit on the right here. Yeah, just another version of the sound card. So again, that's what I mentioned. You'd have so many different versions you get to choose from based on what you'd want to use. And then so it shows the actual, sound setup. The Dolby Digital 5.1 surround sound system for PCs. No receiver required. Again, because at the time, I mean, you'd have audio equipment in your home, and you'd have them in your stereo system and things like that. And multimedia was coming to computers in full force, and it was just the multimedia era was just an amazing era, and all of the different technology that was coming out at the time. So 3-piece multimedia speakers, Soundworks, and MicroWorks. So it shows you all the different packages that were available for doing for listening to sound and what have you. So really awesome. So what's in the back here? So it says environmental audio by Creative. So what is an environmental audio? So it goes on about talking about the different sound and the quality of the sound. So again, it's really, really awesome to see. And then of course they're advertising their Sound Blaster PCI 128 4-channel audio for true 3D gaming. Wow, it's pretty cool to have that. Okay, let's go ahead and just put that aside and we'll continue on here. So let's look at the card here. Looks like a product registration card. The benefits are limitless. Yeah, let's see. By registering your product, you will receive free technical support, the most updated information about Creative Labs products, website offers, online sweepstakes, surveys, and more. So you can register online, you can fax a copy to that phone number, and mail the complete card into the card. I imagine it's no postage necessary if you're in the US. If you're in Canada, well, we have to send it in. So it tells you your processor, so you would check off the different components that were inside your computer that you were installing this in. So I'm not going to fill this out. We'll leave it original, but definitely really cool to see. All right. And we have the Getting Started book. So we have the Creative Sound Blaster Live value and then Creative Audio Software. So letting us know what we would be getting into. I'm not going to go through every page of the book. it's just really cool to just to give a little glance through. And congratulations, you're now the proud owner of the Sound Blaster Live Value, an ultimate platform of the for the environmental audio experience. And then it talks about the new processor, the EMU10K1. I'm not familiar if there were any sort of, hanging note bugs or issues with the card that would have been in the previous system. So if you knew about those, please let me know in the comments down below. And we require the following requirements for this particular card. So we have a Pentium class 133 megahertz processor, Windows 95, 98, or Windows NT 4, 16 megabytes of RAM for 98 or 95, 98. 32 is recommended, but 32 regs of RAM is required for Windows NT 4, so they don't give you much of an option there. 72 megabytes of hard drive space for 95, 98, and 55 megabytes were required for NT 4. Must install a bunch of different compatibility software and what have you. Free PCI bus slot for the audio card. We do have that. Actually, what I will be doing is removing the, I figure what we'll do is we'll install this in the Pentium, the Custom Pentium 200 MMX that we've seen so in the previous video. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and just remove it from there. It's a Sound Blaster 16 card that's in there. So I'll just go ahead and take that out of the ISA slot. So Sound Blaster Live Value gives you an estimate of the hard drive space requirement when you select it on the installation screen. So it tells you all about the instructions to get installed. And then it says, see online user's guide for MIDI specifications and connectors, so things like that. And then it talks about the software, it talks about it must add on a bunch of different things to it. So we'll see that in Windows when we go to install it. All right. So we'll go ahead and continue on, but that's really awesome. That comes with the manual. Of course it should, brand new and sealed, but really good. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. We'll go with that in a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and just open this software up because we are going to be using it. In the system. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a little slit in the packaging, and then we'll be able to just open it up from here. Again, just not doing everything I can not to do any damage to the software. So we have Live Value installation and Tour CD. There's there. Let's just check the quality of the CD, make sure there's no the date on it is September 17th of 98. And hopefully there's no issues with the disc. And I'm not seeing anything on the disc. Just dust. I don't know if that's dust from the packaging or what have you, but yeah, there we go. Environmental audio by Creative. And then it goes on about that. So, and then that's the installation CD. So we'll definitely take a look at that. And the next one is we have our cable. So it gives you two cables for the different interfaces on the actual card going to your system, and also depending on what you have in the system. So yeah, I was just, for some reason, it clicked in my mind that it came with them and I didn't see them. So I just figured it came with the audio drives, which it does, or the optical drives. But here we are. It comes with the cables as well. So our last disc that we have here is, let me just pull it out here. I was grabbing on the wrong edge there. We have Parody or Prody Parrot must be a game of some sort. I'm not familiar with it. And Unreal Special Edition. We definitely have to install that to try it out. But yeah, that's really, really, really neat. So they really want you to install this and test it out with the new sound. So think about, you're back in 1998. You're still potentially running Windows 95. You have an optical drive running at 4, 8, 12 speed, 16 speed. And then you decide to cut over to do an upgrade to your system. So you head on down to the local technology shop, wherever your systems were sold. And then you see you see a box like this. It's just amazing to do all the shopping. And then you go back home and you're excited. You're opening this all up and installing it in your system. So it does give you what this is. So Prody Parrot, hello, I'm your intelligent assistant. I use voice assistant to understand what you were saying. I use text assist to talk to you. And those are the two things there. And then, yeah, so that's the software that actually came with it. It's a registration card. So I wasn't aware. It comes with the software bundle. It's an intelligent assistant, an entertaining companion who responds to your voice commands and performs a variety of useful and amusing actions. Also in this package are new 2 versions of the well-known text assist, and voice assist that have been distributed to millions of Sound Blaster audio hardware in the past. I wasn't familiar with that, to be honest, so it's great to see. All right, the pride jewel of this card. So, I mean, the box has been passed around. I mean, Rick told me it's been stored and all that stuff. So, I mean, again, we have the card here. The box was completely sealed, never opened. But you can see through all the time of it moving around in the box, it did go through the bag a little bit, but that's fine. And here we are, a brand new in-box, now out-of-box, Sound Blaster Live card, model CT4670, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, look at that. And I'm just looking at all the different capacitors on it. All look fantastic. And the Creative Labs chipset on there. And so we have our TAD, our CD in. We have our aux in there as well. We have our SBDIF, so that's our optical, I believe. And yeah, like that. Oh, even the stickers on the back, one of them's coming off a little bit there. Again, just the glue is dried out, right? But yeah, so there's our PCI card. It's really interesting that the PCB is a slightly different color. That's one thing I remember seeing over the years is, you had your Sound Blaster cards that were, the typical green PCB color, but this is more of a brownish color. And I don't know if they were trying to go for a different look for sure, but, again, this is really cool to see the Sound Blaster Live logo on there. And then on this front, we have our, we have our audio, all different interfaces. So we have our microphone, our audio in, our audio out, and our line in, line out, plus our graphics, our game port, which is also can be used for MIDI as well. So that's really awesome. All right, so that is the sound card. So let's go ahead and clear off the bench and get the Pentium 200, custom Pentium 200 computer all ready to go to install this brand new beautiful card from 1998. All right, so here we are with our custom Pentium 200 MMX PC that we're looking at in another video. If you haven't seen this video, exploring the computer and doing some minor repairs, including installing this beautiful 5¼ drive, I'll pin the video in the link. So let's go ahead and just turn this around here and open up the side of the case. Now, I just had that off, save some time. I already went ahead and removed the case screws on that, so that's really awesome. And let's just pull the system forward here so we can get a better look. So, yeah, so I mean, here's the Sound Blaster 16 card that I was talking about earlier that is installed in the system and is no longer required here. So we're gonna go ahead and just get a screwdriver and remove that from the system, and then we'll just start to install the Sound Blaster Live in the system as well. So let's go ahead and just remove this audio cable from there, and that comes from the one of the optical drives there. I say opticals because there's two now. There used to be three, and I only had the three in there for memory lane. I know there was a comment made, "Holy optical!" Yeah, I just enjoyed having the memory lane of all the different optical drives that I had at the time. So just really cool to have. So I'm just going to get this out just because I want to make sure I protect the card. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this out. And this is the Sound Blaster 16 that's in there. So there we go. Just really awesome to see. And this one here is model CT2950. So a pretty early model from 1994. It needs a little bit of cleaning for sure, but this one also has the ID interface built onto it. So I have run different drives off that. But yeah, there we go. So that's our ISA card. So let's go ahead and remove that from the system. And so this system has different expansion options here as well. So we have our ISA cards down below here, but then we also have 1, 2, 3, 4 PCI cards. So we have our Voodoo 3 card running right here, and I don't like to, I'm going to try to stay away from butting right up against it. I think I can definitely do that. Now, it's funny because this particular case does not handle the way the board is aligned in the case, and it had to be aligned the way it is because it's an AT case. It doesn't allow me to take advantage of the full expansion capabilities of this system. I end up losing out on 2 for sure, or 1 for sure PCI slots. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go on the top one just so we have it. All right, let's get our Sound Blaster Live card here, and then we'll just slide it into this slot. There we are. That's in there. And then we'll throw the screw back in there as well. And there we are. We have our Sound Blaster Live installed there. Nice and firm. It was good. That's the fan that we had replaced from last time, which is great. And I did test that. That looks great. There's our Dallas real-time chip that was modified. But I mean, I'd done that in another video. You hadn't seen this one on the video, but it's great to have that installed as well. All right, let's go ahead and jump on to getting this system all fired up. Okay, so here we are with the Pentium 200 PC all set up here and ready to go. So let's go ahead and fire the machine up with our brand new Sound Blaster, new to us, new old stock, Sound Blaster Live Value. PCI multimedia device. Go ahead and search for it. I'm going to go ahead and just cancel that out and install the software. Instead of installing the drivers, we're going to install the software itself. So that way we're in a better place installing everything. Cancel for now. PCI input controller. And here we are, booting into Windows 98 Second Edition. And I'm going to go ahead and just open up the drive. I'm missing a creative drive, even though I have two of them over here. Should have put that in as well. Let's put in the Sound Blaster CD. Creative Sound Blaster Live Value, environmental audio by Creative. Creative Guitar, Creative Rhythmania, and Sound Blaster Live Experience. Before we go ahead and just do that, let's click on Sound. Actually, I'm going to install the drivers first, then we'll click on the Sound Blaster Live Tour. I can't imagine the Tour having any audio without installing the software first. Creative Guitar setup is preparing the install shield. All right, version 2, June of 1998. We're going to install, use the default installation settings. Installation has been completed. Creative Rhythmania setup. Go ahead and next on that. And we'll install that as well. Again, those two pieces of software I've never used before, so it really need to see what they do. Sound Blaster Live Experience setup is installing now. So we'll install that as well. Sound Blaster Live Experience. Or the drivers manually. Installation now complete. Please ensure you have restarted your computer for changes to take effect. Alright, so it installed 3 different program groups here with, it still has more setup to do. Let's see what else it's going to install. Let's go custom, see what's here. So Wave Studio, Sound LE, Creative Play Center, Creative Launcher, DOS drivers, and Sound Blaster Live Tour. Sure, let's go ahead and install everything. I'm going to say no to all this beauty. Updating Windows drivers, okay. Yeah, so maybe this was the right path to follow. It says, although the system may appear to have stopped responding, do not restart the system now. Please wait approximately 5 minutes. There we go. Now it's detecting the hardware. There we go. I don't know. When I go install cards and things like that, especially it comes with the software, We'll keep the... Actually, we're going to go ahead and go with the drivers that it recommends. I've done that before, where I've installed newer drivers over the drivers that it recommends for the hardware, and I tend to run some conflicts, so I will install the ones it recommends from the CD. Yeah, it's installing all the good stuff here. Here we are, booting back into Windows, see if we have sound. Apparently we have a storm for my startup sound. Huh. Curious to see what sound scheme changed as a result of installing the... oh, there we go. Sound Blaster Live value. Look, it installed the little drop-down menu at the top here. So Sound Blaster Live Tour, we have Soundo LE, which I believe is a recording. I'll get away from that. Wave Studio, Play Center, Sound Blaster Live Experience, Rhythmania, Guitar, Environments, Audio HQ, what's in here? We have device controls, so maximum simultaneous wave playback is 4. We can adjust that. And we have MIDI. And then we have our sound device, which is our Sound Blaster, obviously. Let's go here. We have keyboard, sound graph. Close that. Let's go to settings. So multimedia, modem, display, disc detector. Must be just... oh, there we go. Okay, just shortcuts into the Windows environment. Okay. Our volume controls, play control. Okay. Let's do a quick test of the sound. Let's go to Media Player. And good old Windows Media Player. I forget what version this was. This is version 6. Let's play a little, you gotta have a little canyon in your life. There we go. That's pretty neat. So, I mean, it comes with its own Sound Blaster Live mixer, which is pretty awesome. And so you can go in and different raise up and down the different levels here, even more so than what the Windows control does there. But as you can see, it definitely controls the Windows control here as well through that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then all your device controls itself, which we had gone through earlier. All right, let's see. So we know the sound's working just fine there, which is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and see what the Unreal Special Edition's all about that came with this amazing sound card from 1998. Let's go ahead and take a look here. We'll pop that in the drive. Close our audio control there. Unreal Special Edition. Okay, now that we have everything installed, let's go ahead and run Unreal and test out the brand new Sound Blaster Live sound card.
Prisoners 8 over 9 escaping. Prisoners 4 7 2 escaping. Security breaches detected. Prisoner 327 escaping.
Let's rock. Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride. Oh.
Are you ready for the town and journey races? Nothing a little less certain than this. Hey, that's coming out of somebody's paycheck. Carolina country, no mercy. Carolina country wants to be the leader of the pack.
And there we are. We definitely had a great time spending some time unboxing the Sound Blaster Live Value that was, again, graciously donated by Rick. Again, thank you, Rick, for making this part of our channel. And thank you to everyone today, all of you who stuck around to watch the unboxing, the installing, and testing it out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so below. Let me know your experience with Sound Blaster Creative. Was Creative Labs your favorite, or were there other video cards that you'd like to use? Again, please subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and hit the notification button, letting you know when new content is released. Again, thank you again for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.